Hey, gang. Today we're going to do something that a lot of you have asked for, Allman Brothers. I couldn't resist doing Little Martha. I just love the song so much. And the only problem is I can't play it the way Duane plays it. I'm a horrible fingerstyle player, so I had to develop my own version to make it work. So I'm going to share that with you guys today and gals today. We're going to do that coming up. Now, I'm using pick and fingers, but you can just use pick, and I'll show you even how to do that, okay? All right, so that I'm going to demo it first, and then we'll do the lesson. Hey, as always, if you like it, go ahead and give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed for a couple of these every week, we're going to do the demo, then we'll do the lesson, okay? Coming right up. All right, gang. Well, we'll cover this more or less note for note. I'm not going to go over absolutely everything because you've got the tab. And that reminds me, the first thing that's important is you can download the tab from the link in the description below. It's going to make your life a ton easier, a lot easier. However, there's a word of warning here. I would say you can use the tab as a way to get you started on your own way of playing this song. Like I said, I can't play it like Duane can. And it's not just because I'm not as good. It's because I don't really play fingerstyle at all. So I had to figure out a way to make my own fingers make this beautiful melody and everything come out of a guitar. And so I did it to the best of my ability. You should do the same. You can use mine as a crutch to get to a playable version, and then you can go wherever you want with it, okay? And I'll give you some ideas on how you can do it either the way I did it with pick and fingers or with just a pick. All right, so that's total disclaimer. Now, the key, let's start out with the keys to playing this song then, and we'll rely heavily on your being able to read that tab and use that tab. Okay, so let's talk about the things here. So the first thing is it's in a different tuning. That's really important to know. So I play it in open D, capoed up to second, which makes it an open E. I believe Duane just played it in open E, tuned the guitar up. I'm not a fan of tuning the guitar, an acoustic guitar up on strings, putting extra tension in them. I just never have been. So I'm tuning down to open D, capoing on the second fret to make it an open E. All right, so that's what I'm doing. And if you've ever played Hawaiian slack key guitar, you're used to letting that go slack, if you will. That's where that name comes from. All right, so having said that, let's go through open D tuning. Sixth string, we've got a D. So you're going to go down a whole step. Fifth string is an A. That's normal. Fourth string is a D. That's normal. Okay. Third string is an F sharp. So you're going to go down a half step. Second string is an A. So that is a whole step down. And first string is a D. So that's a whole step down. All right. So we've got D, A, D, F sharp, A, and D. All right. Now I'm going to capo it on the second. And a beautiful E chord. All right. So the first thing that you should probably do is, well, tune your guitar. So go ahead and pause it. Make sure you got the guitar tuned up properly, capoed up, or you can tune it directly into open E if you want, and then we'll get going, okay? So go ahead and do that first. After that, what I would say is if you haven't played a lot in open D, just take some time and let your fingers play and find some good chords, some sweet things. All right, so just let your fingers find some sweet things to play around, enjoy yourself for a while, okay? And then we'll come back and we'll do this song. All right, have you enjoyed yourself enough? Okay, hope you did. All right, so let's go ahead and now do the song. Now, you've got the tab there, so that's going to be the notes that you can play. There's this opening. All right, so you can figure that one out. You can play that one by looking at the tab and listening to the demo. That shouldn't be too much of a problem for you, especially after we go through some of these main parts. So the main riff of the song. Let's go over the main riff of the song. It's basically on part of it. It's this. All right, and then there's also a bass note that's going in there. Right? So there's a bass note that's going in there. Let's work on the... Let's work on that first, okay? So because if we can get that, we can add the bass note, and then we've got basically half the song. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to note that I'm playing with pick and fingers. I'm playing with my ring finger and my middle finger, okay, and plucking up on strings, and it's not always the same string, and that's the key. The first time it's the third and fourth. The second time it's the second and third. Third time it's the first and the second. And then we come back down. All right. And I'm going to, on that first one, I'm going to hammer on. I'm going to play it open. And I'm going to hammer on to second on the fourth, first on the third. Okay. So practice playing that either with your pick and fingers or with just your pick. If you get that down, then you can add the bass note. For the bass note, all I'm doing is playing the open E, or the open sixth string, right, which actually is an E in open E tuning. All right, and like I said, you can either play it with pick and fingers, or you can play it with just a pick. Again, we'll play that very slowly. Okay, so you'll notice that the first time through, oops. Okay, then we're going to play And that is just this note right here, which is the 2nd fret, then the first on the 4th, then 1st fret on the 3rd, and then open. Okay, so the whole thing the first time through would be this. All right. Now, like I said, you can play this with just your pick, and it sounds great. It really does. You have to be a little bit careful of not playing too rambunctiously and playing too many notes, but it sounds great. So second time through, it's exactly the same, but then you play, and that's just second, 4th string 2nd fret, 3rd string open, and then 4th string open. Okay, so the whole thing put together is this. Okay, so that's it. That's basically half of that riff, because when you come up to the A, then you're going to do exactly the same riff. That's the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th fret. This is a little bit different. You're going to play this 7th fret on the 4th string, then 7th fret on the 2nd string, and then 5th fret on the 2nd string. And you can play other notes, just like you're fingering a regular old D chord. Or a regular old D chord. Of course, it isn't with all this capoing stuff, but in any event, it's basically the same riff. Mouse there to wake up the computer. All right, so you do one of those, and then you're back to the E again. All right, so that's exactly a riff that we've already covered. All right, now let's do the next part. Okay, so what are those chords? First chord is an open A, open 5th string, and then on the 4th we've got, we're going to play the 9th, 3rd we're going to play the 8th, and then 9, 9. So it sounds like this. All right, now I strum this, okay? That's how I do it. I don't use my fingers at all. I strum it. And now I'm going to play this note, or this one, which is open 5th, and then 4, and then 5, 5, 5, 5. Great sounding chord. And then open, and then 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay, now I pick arpeggiating. I either play with picking fingers or play pick. It's just the first 3 strings. String 1, string 2, string 1, and then do it 2 more times. All right, so here's the whole thing. Now, I like not playing this too hard, so I'll try and... All right, so the next one is basically the same. The first 2 chords are the same, and then we're going to play this. So this chord is open A string again, and then we've got on the 4th string we've got a 2nd fret, and 3rd string we've got a 1st fret. Then even though we could play it with the same form that we played this up here, would sound fine. We're not going to do that. We're going to play an open second string and second fret on the first. So it sounds like this. Okay, and then we'll again play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the picking pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on strings. All right, so the second one sounds like this. All right, then we play it one more time, which is exactly the first riff. All right, that's that, and then all right, now that one is just a walk. I think I played this. All right, so that is, you got to do some fancy picking on this one because it's pretty wide picking. So to do it this way, I'll show you how I do it, and then I'll show you an easier way, I think. So in any way, we're going. The main line is on the 6th fret or 6th string, which is 4th fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, and an open. That's the main thing that you want to get. All right, so I play an open first string, and then I play the 3rd string. First, I'm going to play it at the 3rd fret, and then move down that whole structure 2 frets again, and then open string. Okay, and then you'll notice that Duane plays, and that's just a slight pull up on the 4th fret, and then pull it to open on the 6th string, and then play the first 2 strings. Or you can play the first 3 strings. Or you can play the first 4 strings. It's an E chord, man, so it's all good. Or you can play all 6. It's going to sound good. And that's the beauty of this. You can play it pretty loose. All right? So if you don't like that or you find that difficult to do, which I actually do find it difficult to do because of the stretch, and I'm not, as I said, I'm not a fingerstyle player. You can just strum it. And that sounds great. I think it sounds awesome anyway. All right, so that's that part. And then, of course, the whole thing happens again. And the same thing up here. So it's exactly the same, right? Then this is exactly the same. Right? Oops. All right, that's all the same. But this time we're going to go into the bridge, and it's like this. So those are just harmonics on 2, 3, 4, and 5 strings at the 7th fret. Okay? Then we're going to play this, and this is kind of fun, I think. So to do this one, you've got to, at least the way I do it, is I bar across the 7th with my first finger, and I play an open 5th string, and then I've got the 4, 3, 2, and 1 strings all at the 7th. All right, and I'm going to hammer on so that on the 3rd string I go to 8, and on the 2nd string and on the 1st string I go to 9. Okay, so it's open 7, right? 8, 9, 9. This is a little bit hard to do a couple times. But then we're just going to play this. And that's that same chord. Just slide that all down, a whole fret. Again, there's that 1, 2, 3 pattern. And we'll do it again. Oops, second time is like this. Second time you just strum it and then wait. Okay, and then do it again. All right, and then we'll go. Oops, I'm sorry, we'll go. So we already know those chords. That's open 5 5 5 5, open 9 8 9 9, and open 7 7 7 7. Okay, and then we'll go. And that one is again open 9 8 9 9, and then open 5 5 5 5. And open, 2, 1, open, and 2. Okay, and then we'll do the whole thing again. Oops. And then our. All right, we're in the home stretch. We'll do this again. Already know this one. Already know this. Whee! Okay, almost done. Now we're going to do this. What is that? That is 5. We're going to do a harmonic on the 5th fret on 5, 4, and 3 strings. Okay, now on the 7th fret, we're going to go 7, 7, 7. Then we're going to go up to the 12th fret and do 7, 7, 7. Back to the 7th fret, 7, 7, 7. I'm sorry. On the 12th fret, we're going to do, on the 4, 3, and 2 strings, we're going to do 12, 12, 12. All right, then I'm getting rambunctious there. On the second string, then we're going to go back down to the 7th string harmonic, and we're going to go 7, 7, 7 on the 4, 3, and 2 strings. And then last line, open 5th string, open 6th string, open 5th string, and 12 harmonic, 12 harmonic, 12 harmonic, and 12 harmonic. Beautiful. All right. All right, and that is that. All right, gang. Well, hope you enjoyed this one. Simplified version of the great Allman Brothers song. Hope you can use this one, and either just with the pick or with pick and fingers. It's just such a great song. I guarantee you'll love playing it once you get it down. All right, until next time, we'll see you on down the road.